Two down and four to go for the Spiders, who seem to be playing better each week. Staying focused and executing well against the Aggies gets us halfway to the finish line. Hello, Spider fans everywhere and college football fans across America and around the world. It's Satchmo from the Spider Gang. Glad to be back for another episode of Spider's Prologue. Saturday, Game 8 features the North Carolina A&T Aggies. Richmond travels to Greensboro for the first meeting against the Aggies since a first-round FCS playoffs win in 2016. Game time is 1 p.m. North Carolina A&T, 1-5 and 0-3 in the CAA, has struggled at the start of its first season in the CAA and the first season of new coach Vincent Brown. Brown worked on Mike London's 2008 National Championship Spider staff with Russ Huseman. Before taking the A&T job, Brown worked as the defensive coordinator at William & Mary under London for the last 4 years. No doubt he knows the Spiders well. Coach Huseman flagged the Aggies earlier in the week as a strong rushing team. The CAA stats bear that out as A&T averages 155 yards per game against CAA competition. To put that into perspective, the Spiders average 111. Huseman said stopping the run will be the Spiders' most important focus Saturday. The Aggies have 2 running backs and a quarterback who appear in the CAA's top 25 rushing leaders. On the other hand, A&T has struggled to pass the ball and score. They're last in the CAA at only 53 yards per game throwing and last in the CAA in scoring at only 12 points per game. On the defensive side, the Aggies are giving up an average of 29 points per game and ranked last against the run in the CAA, allowing 240 yards per game. Any way you look at it on paper, the Spiders have superior stats, but keep in mind A&T has played a brutal CAA schedule to start the season. They've lost to Elon, Villanova, and Delaware, each of whom is residing at the top of the CAA standings. I have read that the Spiders are 6-point favorites. No matter what the stats say, that's significantly less than we were favored versus Stony Brook, Hampton, and Maine. Coach Brown believes his young squad is beginning to come together and understand what it takes to win in the CAA. I've not been to a game at A&T, but understand their fans and students can create quite a home field advantage. None of this should matter if the Spiders continue their upward performance trajectory, which began in the second half versus Hampton. It was reassuring to hear defensive lineman Jeremiah Grant state that the team is getting better each week in all 3 phases of the game. While our quarterback situation is still hazy as to who'll start, it shouldn't matter if we play well with the same effort and execution we saw at Rhode Island. So for Satchmo, it all boils down to being mentally ready to face a squad whose 1-loss record and stats could point to an easy win. My guess is the Aggies are getting better each week also. Don't sleep on North Carolina A&T. The Spider Gang Predictions Contest heads into Game 8 with Mrs. Crook attempting to make her 8th straight correct prediction. The 9 trailing contestants in the battle for the coveted championship won't be gaining ground this week as all 10 contestants are back on the Spiders bandwagon. Take a look at these picks presented in the order of the contest standings after the Rhode Island game. You know what, Spider fans? I think our team will be ready to play on Saturday. Victory over A&T gets us back to the brick house to see if we can finish strong. That's all for North Carolina A&T. Don't sleep on the Aggies. Go Spiders. So long for now.